Alright, this is a response to the movie tag from, Robin. Um, I thought I'd do it. It seemed interesting enough to do, so I figure, yeah, I'll give it a shot. Why not try it out? So the first question is favorite movie of all time, and that would be Fight Club. Fight Club is definitely one of my favorite movies for sure. The other David Fincher movies are pretty good too, but Fight Club is definitely, right up there for sure. I can't think of one that would kind of beat it out. Favorite scene from that movie is probably when they take the guy from the if you want to call it the quick stop or in and out or whatever you may call it, little convenience store. They take a guy out and they're about to pretty much end his life, and the narrator or Brad Pitt's character, we should say, Tyler Durden at that point, um, kind of ask a whole bunch of questions and this and that, is you know and basically say, I'm gonna pull this trigger and kill you unless you start doing what you first out came to do. And then after he leaves, the scene right after that, he's like, that guy's just gonna have a better life from now on. And it's like, man, what a weird tactic to scare the shit out of somebody in doing what they set out to do in the first place in life. Yeah, really interesting scene. Um, Question three: favorite actors or actresses. Brad Pitt, of course. He's done Seven. You know, you can go on the list. I like Meet Joe Black. I like that movie. Even though it's pretty long, I kind of did dig that movie. Brad Pitt can go on Moneyball, some of the newer stuff he's did. I haven't seen Kill Him Softly yet, but it looks interesting. Another one, Christian Bale. He's been Batman. I love American Psycho. If Fight Club wasn't one of my number one, American Psycho would have been. I love that movie. I like movies that mess with your mind. That's definitely up there. Um, Actress, I have Miss Mara, Rooney Mara from Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Love that movie, and I even liked her Nightmare on Elm Street remake. She wasn't, I think she did what she could with that movie. It was a reboot, but I thought she was a solid Nancy. I mean, I couldn't see someone else doing any better anyway. Um, and Daniel Craig, I like the new James Bond movies for the most part. I didn't like Solace. Gosh, that one sucked. But the new Skyfall was good, and then he did Dragon with the girl with the dragon tattoo, of course, with Mara, and it was pretty good. And can't really think of too many other movies that Craig did right now, but I really do like him. Hopefully, he's getting. Oh, I like the Invasion. Yeah, with Nicole Kidman. That was a pretty damn good movie too. Kind of reboot of Snatchers, Body Snatchers. Most annoying, question four, most annoying actors or actresses. I have to agree with Rob and Katherine Heigl. Oh my gosh, I wish she would just disappear from freaking making movies. She's just terrible. I can't watch Knocked Up because of she's in it. And I like Seth Rogen, so it's just it's funny. I just can't watch a movie. Um, and Will Ferrell, I I can't stand him in starring roles. Can't stand him. Step Brothers is okay, but starring roles, Will Ferrell, I will not see him. He's fine if he's in the background, co-starring, but I cannot stand him in starring roles. I stay away from his movies. Don't give a shit. Favorite directors, question five. David Fincher. It's probably obvious since I really like Fight Club. Kevin Smith. Yeah, I really love his comedy movies. I don't really like what he's probably done late with Red State. I don't know if he's ever gonna get to that hockey movie, but yeah. I mean, Clerks, Mallrats, Chasing Amy. Don't really care for Dogma and James Bond, Bob Strike Back are all very funny and great movies that that I tend to watch on a regular basis. And Wes Craven. I like Wes Craven. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. Great movie. Hills Have Last House on the Left. It's kind of dated. I like the new one better. But, I like People Under Stairs that he's did, and, it's a Scream trilogy, and the fourth one even, I guess, is okay. But, my favorite directors. Number 6, Guilty Pleasures. I would say Friday 13th Part 7. I don't know why, I absolutely love that one. I'm not a huge Jason fan, but for some reason, I just like Part 7. It just seems like that should be a template if you're gonna make a fucking Jason movie, and I just wish they could have showed more because the MPA cut the shit out of that movie, but it's pretty good for what it is to me anyway. Fright Night, the original '85 version, I really do like that movie. I've probably seen that movie a ton, probably because real quick is I liked horror movies, but I didn't want to watch scary ones really in Fright Night. If you see it once or twice, it doesn't really become all that scary. So it's pretty good. And another quick two is a movie called House and Waxwork, both horror movies. House is like another comedy, horror, and Waxwork is too also. Favorite tearjerkers, It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, that's it's really not original, but it's definitely a tearjerker. I don't think if you don't have something come, if you're not kind of choked up by that movie, I don't think you have a pulse. Forrest Gump, I just again, the ending's really sad, and it sucks that Jenny's not there anymore, and he's kind of got to go on life without her. Number 8, a character from a movie that scared you the most. I would say the clown from It. Scary motherfucker. That's all I gotta say. Number 9, movie you love but everyone hates. This is tough. I thought about this for a while, and I would have to say Halloween 3. It's probably just because if you're familiar with the Michael Myers series, he's not in the third one. Although the third one is not a bad movie on itself. It probably should have been called something else. Should have probably been called, Season of the Witch, which is the subtitle. Movies that hate that that I hate, but everyone loves. Jurassic Park. I cannot stand the movie. I guess I just really don't like dinosaurs. I think it's fucking boring. I've fallen asleep during it 3 times, and I've only successfully watched it once. And I don't know if everyone loves this movie, but it's rated really high in Internet Movie Database, and that will be There Will Be Blood. That movie was fucking horrible, and I had to say it like that because I don't know. I was really about ready to hang myself from my ceiling. I just did not like that movie. Um, Number 11, favorite movie duos. Um, Jay and Silent Bob. That's probably not surprising since I love Kevin Smith movies. They're just a really good duo. I mean, I guess they're kind of like Cheech and Chong too, but they're my Cheech and Chongs in the '90s and early 2000s, and are still pretty funny today if you catch them on their stuff that they do today. And I like the duo of Heather Langenkamp and Robert Englund, which is Freddie and Nancy, and they did the 3 movies together: Nightmare 1, 3, and then the new Nightmare 7. And I just think their chemistry is so good. I mean, I don't think you have to be like a comedy duo to be a duo. I think they have this kind of dance that you kind of they just have this great chemistry together. They just have this dance, and it's really good. Um, Moving on, 12 favorite animated films. I'm not a big animated film watcher. I don't watch Disney films, hardly ever do. It's probably because I'm not a kid anymore. And that would be one of my favorite ones. If I do have to pick a few, would be South Park. South Park, Bigger, Longer, and Uncut is pretty damn funny. Um, one Disney one would, or 2 Disney ones would be Wall-E. I did like that movie. I hadn't seen it in a while, but I'll have to check that out again because I did like it. And Lady and the Tramp. That's probably the most ones I watched. That was probably the most Disney films I watched when I was a kid. Actors or actress you have a crush on? Actually, I'm gonna have one male and then three females to make up for the male. I'll tell you. Jared Leto. I don't know, man. He's just a good-looking cat. That just to me anyway. I could see him definitely getting the ladies. He's not really an actor anymore. You know, he's got his own band. Um, but I really do kind of have a little bit of a male crush on him. Okay, and to make up for that, I'll go with, of course, Miss Mara. That's probably not really that, whatever. I'm gonna get froze. That's not really that, whatever. Alicia Cuthbert and Kristen Bell are the other two. Probably because they both like hockey. I know that because Cuthbert is dating a hockey player, and Bell was around the Michigan area and is a big Red Wings fan. I'm all for that. I'm a Red Wings fan myself. Number 14, favorite movie villain. That would be Freddy Krueger. That's not shocking at all. Um, we just, I just like the character. He violates you probably in the most evil ways if you think about it. He's in your night, your dreams, he's in your diaries, and, anything, just the deepest, darkest secrets he knows. This is nuts. And movies that surprised you is number 15, and that would be The New Dread. I guess it's probably just because I just was like the Stallone version, like, well, how good is this one going to be? It's going to be, probably a piece of crap, and it actually wasn't. I kind of enjoyed it a lot, and I've seen it like 3 or 4 times already. I really like it. And something that was probably in about 10 years ago already really surprised me is Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind. And that's probably why Jim Carrey's not on my most annoying actors, because he did that movie, and I just think that movie, he'll never do anything better. For me anyway. If he does, it'll be really shocking. And I added one question because I thought it was interesting. Maybe I'd just add one question to be kind of funny, and that would be the worst movie you ever saw. And hands down, that'll be Birdemic. Yeah, I don't know if you ever heard of it, but if you see it, you'll definitely want to shoot yourself. It is freaking terrible. Okay, I'm Local H 21. This is signing out. Take it easy.